There's a certain reluctance to come forward from midfield because the greater priority is not to leave any holes at the back. Waddle again. McMahon is up in the box though, alongside Lineker. Not a challenge by Butcher, but a perfectly fair one. Lineker in the middle. Beardsley. Out come the poles. Ziober not controlling it, perhaps the rain making the top surface a little more greasy. One or two not fancying the rain are beginning to make their way home. And this management will be pleased to see that. Already the empty seats are rather more conspicuous than those occupied. Stadium which holds 80,000. I doubt if there's more than about 18,000 at top whack. It was said that was the number of seats sold. The manager was very pleased when he heard that the crowd was going to be small. 10 minutes remaining. England 10 minutes away from qualifying for the World Cup. There are statistics about last defeats and things like that, but I will not tempt fate. Poles really on their first half performance have been very disappointing for the crowd in the second.
They just seemed to have run out of steam. They just couldn't get forward in the numbers that they were able to in those first 45 minutes. Probably a bit disappointed that they didn't get the breakthrough, and there's no doubt England have pushed up that little bit more from the back to work more as a unit rather than get stretched out as they did in that first half.
Good positive run. The fullback only finds McMahon, who offers the opportunity again. Butcher just got his head through it. Rocastl only just his foot. Beardsley just enough to put the shot off slightly from Wdowczyk. Two streamers of red and white being thrown onto the running track. This is where McMahon wins it once, but then actually, well, he seemed to have it. But in fact, he was well beaten. Header from Butcher. Camera angle a little bit tight to show you precisely what happened. Wdowczyk ended up with the shot as he was challenged by Beardsley. This is Stevens. Rocastl. Beardsley. Lineker. Waddle. Promising return. Bertok. It's not a performance certainly to be compared with going to play in Yugoslavia when a draw was needed and the victory gained in such an emphatic style. With the point. Indeed, the suggestion if anybody's going to score, England have got as good a chance as Poland. Certainly wasn't the case in the first half when the Poles ran the match. Joined us a bit late. I should tell you that you're really seeing the better part of England. Against throw to be taken again. Wondering what Dziekanowski had done. One or two of the Poles looking rather disappointed and bedraggled in the rain. Asia will seem, for the locals, even more grey tomorrow morning, if England survive another 6 and a bit minutes. Waiting in the queues will seem that much longer. Offside. Choice of two, either Beardsley on the far side or Lineker in the middle. Given against Beardsley. 4 forward for Poland. 3 in the middle of the field. Dziekanowski offers himself on the right, and the offside decisions against Furtok. Hasn't really been able to contribute very much. Stevens. Rocastl. Stevens. Into the last 5 minutes. Place in Italy, so near. McMahon. Free kick given for the pullback. Nawrocki. And England really a team waiting at the hotel desk, waiting to be given the key to take their place. Waddle has come across to this side. Rocastl there with him. Robson on the far side of the area. Butcher comes forward a little late. England in no hurry to take the kick. Waddle takes it. Butcher at the back. Stevens goes to collect the ball. Free kick. And Czachowski. 3.5 minutes left. Not a memorable night in any way, save for the result, if we are to get it. But here is Ziober. Somebody's lost the boot. I think it's Rocastl. Oh, what a disappointing shot from Warzycha.
Well, fingers crossed now. Just a couple of minutes to go, and I'm sure everyone will be delighted as much as anything for Bobby Robson, who's had to take a lot of stick over the last few months, but he's got his team hopefully to Italy with a battling performance rather than, as you say, Barry, a memorable one, and one really, and I'm sure the players will realise it's been sort of a battle against really their attack. We've never really got forward as an attacking force, and hopefully, you know, we can improve as the months go on, leading up to Italy.
Beardsley. It's perhaps a team to get you to the finals and a team to do well when you get there, and that's the problem that Bobby Robson is going to have to resolve. Whether there are changes to be made that would improve our chances of impressing in the Italian finals. Significant, again, that one doesn't have to look any further than the #1 position to know who is the man of the match. Peter Shilton. But for him, we will be telling a very different tale from Silesia. Minute and a half, I make it on my watch. What the referee makes that counts, of course. Poles go away and build for the European Championship. Certainly they've been far better side than played at Wembley, predictably so. And their performance in the first half will give some hope to them. But they will want to know why they dropped off from that standard in the second. Here's Pearce. David Rocastl has got there with the back pass, and we're inside the last minute. Waddle in possession, able to turn with some comfort. Beardsley, Waddle, Lineker.
Well, one man, as much as any, will be delighted is that man putting the ball up there, Peter Shilton, 40 years of age. Looking forward to a World Cup final. Probably remembering in Italy what happened to Dino's off at a similar age when he played in a World Cup final.
But of course give Peter Shilton the chance to establish a new record to pass Pat Jennings' record if England do well enough. Matches before. And in it, if we're there, but it's not all over yet here. And that's not a bad shot, it came off the crossbar. Shilton beaten for the first time, and it came rattling back off the crossbar. Really thumping drive from Warzycha, and it was above the hand of Shilton and smacked back off the crossbar. Poles have an injured player. We're into the time for stoppages now, and England getting home with a smack of wood. And the final whistle goes, and the touch of wood as England make their way to the World Cup finals. A few whistles for the Poles, who caused us so many problems in the first half, but run out of any real pace and finally ideas in the second. England have made it, but not a memorable performance.
Barry Davies' name going up in Polish there. There's the position at the moment. Sweden, of course, have got their final match in Poland, but England are through. We won't go into the mathematics of it. I know it's supposed to be only the top team in this group, but England are through with that point.